Yeah, it's been quite some time since we started with Dynamic Creative, and we're actually here in Cannes in 2016, I believe, when you interviewed me. And the industry has changed quite a bit. Obviously, the last couple of years have gotten quite interesting with retail media, and Amazon showed up in the port right across the street there. And so what we've been doing is kind of transforming from the dynamic creative technology that we've developed to creating a very specialized platform for retail media networks, allowing brands to easily run campaigns across all of the different retail media networks that have come about since then.
So tell us how that works in terms of the media. So is it on-site, is it off-site, is it a combination?
So it's a combination. So initially, as you probably know, when retail media started out, it was all just product listings, sponsorships, and so on and so forth. But almost every retailer has now gone offsite to other media platforms like Meta, offsite to programmatic, CTV, in-store, and so on and so forth. So it's really all of that. We had the underlying technology to deliver ads to all of that and deliver dynamic creative there. So we built a layer on top of that to make it really easy to launch these campaigns in quickly and easily. So we say you can launch a campaign in less than 5 minutes, and we do deliver on that.
So tell us about DaVinci and the new product.
Yeah, so DaVinci basically, what we realize when we look at retail media is, first off, every retailer has their own formats, their own specs, and all the different channels that they run on, right? And so you're producing creative not once to run across all the retail media networks, but over and over and over again, right? So that creates a huge burden for brands to be able to recreate the same ad. And now you've got product content in it, offers in it, and so on. So it becomes a huge burden for them. So what we did is we said, well, what if we created a number of pre-approved, predefined templates? So think of Amazon templates, Walmart templates, Kroger templates, etc., made them available to the brand, and they could then swap in their product content, tie it to first-party audiences that each of the retailers have, and launch it. And by doing that, we reduce the amount of time that it takes to launch a campaign from weeks to minutes, because you just pick a template, pick the products you want to advertise, tie it to different audiences, and we've integrated into the DSP platforms and the APIs of Amazon and Meta and so on and so forth to make that process really easy and straightforward.
Yes, as we sit here 10 years on from when we met last time, commerce media has really become huge. In fact, it's the largest group of our sponsors. Today we're sponsored by CVS, and we'll be sponsored by Albertsons. And how do you attribute the growth of retail media, and where might it be going?
Yeah, that's a great question, and that's the reason we, jumped into it, so to speak, because advertising has all been about data and the precision of data, right? So you had search data from Google, and Google obviously is a very large company. Then you had social data or demographic data from Meta, and so I see retail media as a third wave, where product purchase data, or transaction data, which is basically the most precise, and frankly, that's what brands are looking for. What did you buy? What have you bought in the past? Which brands are your favorites, and so on. So that data, harnessing that data and tying it into advertising, I think is the future, right? And that's why retail media and commerce media are growing so fast.